Shouldn't get you right. Shouldn't look good in a...
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer V. Hartley, and today we're going to be talking about affirmations. I'm excited to be talking about this today because it's been coming up for me a lot lately, affirmations, and you may not know what an affirmation is. I know I didn't until this year actually, and they've changed my life. They have the power to do that. So what's an affirmation? An affirmation is something we tell ourselves as a fact, basically, like something we affirm to ourselves. So everything you say is an affirmation, pretty much. There's positive affirmations and there's negative affirmations. So a negative affirmation might be like, I'm stupid, I'm tired, I don't know if, I'm tired could be negative. I'm always late. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough this. I don't have enough time. Let's see. I am not worthy. I am not. So like anything that follows like I am not could be considered negative. Depends on what it is. And these are like affirmations you wouldn't even realize that you're telling yourself that. Like even sometimes me, like I can't, like it's not until someone like catches me saying these things and I'm like, oh shit, like I've been telling myself this the whole time. So like kind of like I think I might have spoken about this in another video, but like I'm afraid that this will happen. So like back then, like not too long ago, I am starting a new journey, and I was afraid of a lot of things. I was afraid that I would fail. I was afraid that I wouldn't get such things done on time. I was afraid that I wouldn't reach people. I was afraid of this. I was afraid of that. And what that manifested for me was just more of that fear. So I would sit paralyzed in my corner desk back there, if you can see it, and and then thankfully I had a call with my coach that day, and she was like, hey, like you do realize like you're just like saying I'm afraid, like no, like it's like start affirming to yourself what you want to happen. So like for me it would be like here's some of the affirmations I tell myself weekly. For me, like I am more than capable of creating amazing content. I am more than capable of coaching people. I am more than capable of X, Y, and Z. Depends on the day. I am open to receiving answers in unexpected and unexpected ways. And another affirmation my first affirmation that I ever learned was about money, and I mentioned this on my last video. I love money and money loves me. It's a good one because for that one it shocked me. So that's another thing. Affirmations can be shocking, or you can like you might find some resistance when you say them because it's unfamiliar to us. It's like we've been telling ourselves this other affirmation for such a long time, like I am ugly. I say that one because that used to be me in like high school. Actually growing up, I would just tell myself I'm ugly, and that's what I saw in the mirror for the longest time until I started telling myself that I'm freaking beautiful and I love my scars and X, Y, and Z. So that one was a huge one for me. So instead of saying I'm ugly, I started telling myself I'm beautiful. And with time, and that's the thing, guys, it's not you just say it one time, your affirmation once, but you keep repeating it and you believe in it and you put that energy into it. Because if you say it like, oh, I'm beautiful, or like, oh, I am abundant in life, or I'm worthy, it's like, okay, like granted at first it may feel like that, but every single time you do it, you want to believe in it. Try to let go of some of that resistance each time and put more good energy into it each time and believe in it more. And envision yourself as that person who already is that. So if we're dealing with like successful, if you don't think you're successful, start telling yourself you're successful and you'll be successful. Because when we affirm to ourselves like, I am a successful business person, I am a success. So the reason you want to affirm yourself, why you want to go from a negative affirmation to a positive affirmation, even though like you may not feel it at the moment, even though you may not believe it in at the moment, why you should start, because with some of those affirmations, they might bring up more emotions than others, is because our mind doesn't know, like it only knows like facts. So like if you tell it, I am not good enough, then that's all it's gonna know. Oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. And you're gonna act like you're not good enough. But if you start telling yourself, I am good enough to do this, I am my freaking, for you business people out there who are starting your journey, like my product is fucking amazing. Like I know it is amazing, and I know it is worthy of massive abundance. And if you tell yourself like, oh, I have a great product, but I don't think people will pay for it because blah 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 blah, like this came up for me a lot. Like for example, with me and my flower crowns, let me tell you what happened with me and my flower crowns. Actually, this is a good example. When it comes to selling and stuff, I was doing an event and I was so excited to be doing it. It was one of the last events I did in the summer. I was so excited to be there. I was just so pumped. Like I was like, I'm ready for this event. Like I get excited, right? But at the same time, in here I was fighting some fear, and luckily I had like I don't know, my coach always comes in clutch or whatever. Like it was, I'm glad I've had her when I needed her. But I had a phone call with her that day, and I was telling her, I was like, you know, I'm really excited about this, but at the same time, like I'm a little like fearful. Like she's like, well, why do you have fear? I'm like, because like every single time, like I know I have an amazing product. I know my crowns are amazing. I put so much energy into them. I put love and creativity, and I know they're worthy of $60, $40, whatever I price them. Each one is different. And I was like, because every single time, like I know there's people out there who are like, oh, it's nice, like they'll try it on, but they're like, and it's like they don't really want to pay. It's not either, it's not in their budget range, or they just can't what's the word, validate the purchase or whatever, or maybe they have money issues. I don't know, I'm sure we've all been there. But instead she's like, no, if you are afraid of that, like you're just gonna attract more of that. You're gonna attract more of that uncertainty. So she's like, instead, I want you to price all your crowns at $60, 2 for $100, and be confident. Like if someone doesn't, she's like, because your crowns aren't for everybody, which is true. She's like, you want people are gonna value your work. So the next day, I let go of all that fear. Like fuck that. Like she's on point. Like I know that. I know my crowns are worthy of whatever price point I put them at. And yeah, the next day I was at my booth, and like I had some of that, but I was like so confident. Like I just knew like what my product, you know what I mean? Like I knew it was so worth it. And there were some people who were like, oh, like how much is this? And like they're like, okay, I'll come back, which usually means they're not gonna come back, which is okay, you know what I mean? Like I said, I've been there, we've all been there. But because I was okay with letting those people go, I attracted more of the people I did want. And guys, I sold out. Like that was my highest selling event. Like I've never made that much money in an event. It was insane. And it was a small event, that guys. It's not like there was hundreds of people there. Heck no, there was like maybe there was like 100 people throughout the whole thing. It was a very short event. It was like 4 hours, and I made bank. And it was so easy. And that's another thing. I was like, I let it be easy. I was like, selling is not hard. Selling is easy. And I kept telling myself over that. I kept telling myself that. I kept telling myself, it's okay. Like this customer walked away. I'm just making room for the right one. And I did. And like, I never even sweated it. Usually like, I'm like very nervous with events, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to say. And like, usually I have my boyfriend with me, and he helps me talk or whatever. But this time I was just me by myself, and like I fucking killed it. And like all I had to do was switch from that fucking uncertainty to believing in myself. Start affirming to yourself start going from negative to positive and start just switching up the words. It's easy, guys. Start with one a day or one a week even. Focus on that one thing you keep telling yourself, like, bad things always happen in my life. Go from that to good things always happen in my life. Just, even if at first you're like, fuck that, like, no, that's bullshit. No, just try it. What is it gonna hurt? Is it really gonna hurt you? Is it gonna take away from you? No, not at all. So start making those little changes. Take one affirmation a week, and if you're still unclear, like if you're kind of like stuck and you're like, Jen, like I'm still a little bit confused, don't worry. You can message me on Insta, Facebook, or leave a comment below. And I have the links to all my socials below as well, and I'll help you go through it. So this is my little affirmation video. If you liked it, please leave a comment below, or give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.